just given the experience at Equinox so early on, and then seeing Soul Cycle and helping develop that brand, right? It's like Equinox is one model where it's like, and even with the studio concepts, it's like they're going to maintain everything in house. They're not going to franchise it. They're not going to, you know, they want to maintain that kind of control over the
Sure,
brand. And then in
sure.
this case, having that experience and then saying, you know, we are going to model this out. We're going to open the first couple of studios, make sure that we understand how this business runs and have a sense of what works and, you know, maybe what doesn't, and then elect to franchise when you think about the growth of, and we'll certainly talk about this trend a little bit, but, you know, holistic wellness and immunity and recovery and all the things that go into that. What was that decision making process like? And you talk about now, like being well received, obviously, like, you know, feeling kind of validated in that choice, but I'm sure it wasn't easy.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. And both my partner and I specifically come from corporate owned background. So we did have a lot of internal discussions about the franchise model and what it meant for our brand and what we would need to do to ensure success. And our definition of success really has two priorities. One is financial success, right? It's got to be profitable for the franchisor and the franchisee, but you also have to maintain brand integrity. In my almost 20 years at Equinox, you know, I remember conversations sitting around the executive boardroom with Harvey, you know, the CEO of Equinox, and why don't we franchise? And his response was, no one's going to treat the brand like we do. No one's going to covet and care for the brand like we do. And that's true. That said, there are some incredible brand stories out there in the franchise world of Orange Theory Fitness, Dry Bar, you know, Heyday. I think we're seeing this emergent trend of more lifestyle brands, kind of urban lifestyle brands going the route of franchising because it can be done. Is it a little harder to do? And do you got to, you know, have more people in the field and travel a little more to make sure the brand standards are being upheld in Cincinnati the same way they are in Austin, the same way they are in New York City? Absolutely. But if the management team is committed to that initiative, which we are, we think we can maintain, you know, our brand standard. So yes, it was a difficult decision and, you know, a lot of kicking around pros and cons of do we franchise? Do we not franchise? But look, the benefit of franchise is, you know, scaling nationally rapidly, right? Again, you know, if you look at some of the other players in our space, they've done an incredible job selling hundreds upon hundreds of licenses already after 5 or 6 years of being at it. And, you know, we think we could do the same. We think our brand is that coveted from a brand perspective, as well as the services that we offer. So we think there's certainly, you know, hundreds upon hundreds of markets and franchisees or licensees that want to open a pause in their hometown.